This is 1 hour of Formula One racing facts in a soothing voice that studies have scientifically proven to put you to sleep faster because it makes you feel safer and more relaxed. Let's jump into it after you hit like and subscribe so you and others see these videos again. It really helps. Let me know what topic I should put you to sleep with next time. All right, relax and take a deep breath. Formula One cars are renowned for their advanced aerodynamics, which are pivotal in optimizing speed and handling. The design of these cars involves complex wind tunnel testing and computational fluid dynamics to refine every curve and surface. One of the most significant components that have undergone rigorous aerodynamic refinement is the front wing. A front wing's job isn't just to provide downforce, but also to direct airflow in such a way that it minimizes turbulence over the rest of the car. Teams spend millions of dollars fine-tuning these front wings, often making minute adjustments by millimeters. The result is a highly optimized piece of engineering that can make the difference between winning and losing a race. In the late 1980s, Ayrton Senna emerged as one of the most dominant figures in Formula One. His rivalry with Alain Prost is legendary. A particularly intense moment occurred in the 1989 Japanese Grand Prix. Senna needed to win the race and Prost did not finish in order to stay in the championship hunt. On lap 46, Prost and Senna collided, forcing Prost to retire. Senna managed to get his car back on track and win the race. However, he was later disqualified for re-entering the track incorrectly, giving Prost the championship. This incident is still debated among fans and experts today, highlighting Senna's never-give-up attitude and the intense rivalry that defines Formula One history. The Monaco Grand Prix is one of the most prestigious and challenging races on the Formula One calendar. The street circuit in Monte Carlo is renowned for its tight corners, elevation changes, and narrow track, making overtaking extremely difficult. Drivers must be extraordinarily precise, as there is little room for error. One of the most iconic moments in Monaco history occurred in 1984 during a rain-soaked race. Ayrton Senna, then a rookie, drove a breathtaking race in his underpowered Toleman car, rapidly catching race leader Alain Prost. Despite Senna's incredible performance, officials halted the race early due to the deteriorating weather, handing Prost the win. Nonetheless, Senna's effort that day cemented his reputation as one of the greatest talents in Formula One. The sport of Formula One has seen significant technological advancements over the years, and one of the most groundbreaking innovations is the use of hybrid power units. Introduced in 2014, these power units combine a traditional internal combustion engine with an electric motor, making the cars more fuel efficient while maintaining or even increasing performance. The energy recovery systems, including kinetic energy recovery systems, KERS, and thermal energy recovery systems, TERS, harvest energy that would otherwise be wasted and redeploy it for extra power. This technology has not only revolutionized racing, but has also trickled down to improve road cars, making them more efficient and environmentally friendly. The 1967 Italian Grand Prix was a landmark event in Formula One history, primarily due to Jim Clark's remarkable performance. After suffering a puncture early in the race, Clark's Lotus plummeted to 16th place, nearly a whole lap behind the leaders. Defying the odds, he embarked on an extraordinary comeback, setting lap records and overtaking competitors at an astonishing pace. With just a few laps remaining, Clark astonishingly reclaimed the lead. However, in a heartbreaking twist, his car's fuel pump faltered, and he finished in third place. Despite not winning, Clark's drive at Monza is often remembered as one of the greatest single-race performances in Formula One history. Formula One pit stops are a well-choreographed ballet of speed and precision. The record for the fastest pit stop was set by the Red Bull Racing Team in 2019 at the Brazilian Grand Prix. They changed all 4 tires on Max Verstappen's car in just 1.82 seconds. Pit crews train meticulously to achieve such speeds, practicing hundreds of stops to perfect their technique. Every team member has a specific role, from jacking up the car to removing and attaching tires. Even minor mistakes can ruin a race, costing precious seconds or resulting in penalties. The flawless execution of a pit stop is a testament to the incredible teamwork and precision required in Formula One. In 2020, Formula One saw an unprecedented event known as the Pink Mercedes controversy. Racing Point, which later became the Aston Martin team, was found to have used brake ducts that were near identical to those on the Mercedes car from the previous year. Since these parts are supposed to be designed independently by each team, the incident sparked a massive debate and led to a legal investigation. Ultimately, Racing Point was fined €400,000 and docked 15 championship points. The controversy highlighted the fine line between inspiration and imitation, and brought attention to the complexities of Formula One regulations. Women in Formula One have been extraordinarily rare, but their contributions are significant. One notable figure is Lella Lombardi, the only woman to score points in a Formula One race. In the 1975 Spanish Grand Prix, Lombardi finished sixth, scoring half a point due to the race being stopped early after a crash. Lombardi competed in 12 Grand Prix races between 1974 and 1976, often in less competitive cars. Although women are still vastly underrepresented, there are initiatives, such as the W Series and the Dare to Be Different campaign, aimed at inspiring and supporting women in motorsport. The turbo era of Formula One, spanning the late 70s to the late 80s, was a period of incredible innovation and intense competition. Turbocharged engines, initially introduced by Renault in 1977, soon became the norm due to their superior power output. These engines could generate well over 1,000 horsepower in qualifying trim. The enormous power, however, came with challenges such as turbo lag and reliability issues. To mitigate these, teams employed ingenious solutions, including complex electronic management systems. The turbo era came to an end in 1989 with a ban on turbo engines, but its legacy of high-performance technology continues to influence the sport today. The 1994 Formula One season was one of the most tragic and controversial in history. During the San Marino Grand Prix weekend, the sport experienced the deaths of Roland Ratzenberger and Ayrton Senna. On Saturday, Ratzenberger crashed during qualifying, becoming the first driver to die during a Formula One event in 12 years. The following day, Senna, one of the greatest drivers of all time, suffered a fatal accident during the race. These tragic events led to sweeping safety reforms, including stronger crash structures, improved medical facilities, and the introduction of the head and neck support Hans device. Senna's and Ratzenberger's deaths profoundly impacted Formula One, making safety a paramount concern that continues to this day. Formula One cars are marvels of engineering, featuring materials like carbon fiber that offer exceptional strength-to-weight ratios. Carbon fiber monocoques, the core structure of the cars, provide a rigid yet lightweight frame that can withstand extreme forces. Each car is meticulously assembled with thousands of individual components, many of which are custom-made. The suspension systems are designed to optimize handling and ride quality, while the braking systems can bring a car from over 200 miles per hour to a complete stop in just a few seconds. The complexity and precision involved in designing and building a Formula One car make it one of the pinnacles of automotive engineering. During the 2010 German Grand Prix, Ferrari's use of team orders reignited a long-standing debate in Formula One. Fernando Alonso was running second behind his teammate Felipe Massa when he received a now infamous radio message saying, "Fernando is faster than you." "Can you confirm you understood that message?" Massa then allowed Alonso to pass, sparking outrage among fans and pundits. Although team orders themselves weren't illegal, the covert nature in which they were delivered led to Ferrari receiving a team fine. These team orders have always been a contentious issue in Formula One, balancing the interests of individual drivers with the goals of the team. The 1976 season of Formula One is one of the most dramatic and well-documented seasons, thanks to the intense rivalry between James Hunt and Niki Lauda. Lauda, the reigning world champion, suffered a near-fatal crash at the German Grand Prix, which left him with severe burns and lung damage. Miraculously, he returned to racing just 6 weeks later at the Italian Grand Prix. The season culminated in a thrilling showdown at the Japanese Grand Prix in Fuji, where Hunt secured the championship by just 1 point. This season was so captivating that it was later dramatized in the 2013 film Rush, showcasing the intense competition and resilience that define Formula One. Formula One engines are remarkably compact yet incredibly powerful units. Modern power units consist of a 1.6-liter V6 turbocharged engine coupled with hybrid electric systems. Despite their small size, these engines can produce up to 1,000 horsepower. The complexity of these engines is astounding, featuring intricate turbochargers, energy recovery systems, and advanced electronics to manage efficiency and performance. They operate at astonishingly high revolutions per minute, often exceeding 15,000 revolutions per minute. Each engine is a masterpiece of engineering, designed to deliver both raw power and fuel efficiency, which is crucial for race strategy and overall performance. In 2008, Lewis Hamilton surpassed Michael Schumacher's record for the most wins in Formula One history. Hamilton's 71st career win came at the Portuguese Grand Prix, breaking the previous record of 91 wins set by Schumacher. Hamilton's journey to this milestone involved numerous battles on the track against formidable competitors like Nico Rosberg, Sebastian Vettel, and Max Verstappen. His consistency, skill, and ability to extract maximum performance from his car have been pivotal in achieving this monumental record. Hamilton's accomplishments solidified his status as one of the greatest drivers in the history of the sport. The 1982 Formula One season was marked by political turmoil, tragic accidents, and intense competition. One of the most shocking incidents occurred at the Belgian Grand Prix, where Canadian driver Gilles Villeneuve tragically lost his life during qualifying. Villeneuve's aggressive and fearless driving style had made him a fan favorite. His death left a lasting impact on the sport, leading to renewed calls for improved safety measures. That same season saw a rare championship battle with multiple winners, eventually leading to Keke Rosberg clinching the title, despite winning only one race. The 1982 season remains one of the most tumultuous and memorable in Formula One history. The 1990 season highlighted technical innovations and driver rivalries, notably the intense competition between Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost. Senna, driving for McLaren, and Prost, driving for Ferrari, clashed multiple times throughout the season. The rivalry culminated in the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka, where Senna intentionally collided with Prost at the first corner. The collision ensured Senna's championship victory but sparked controversy and debate over sportsmanship and ethics. The 1990 season also saw significant advancements in car aerodynamics and electronics, setting the stage for the increasingly technologically driven nature of modern Formula One. In Formula One, tire management is a crucial aspect of race strategy. Pirelli, the sole tire supplier since 2011, provides different tire compounds ranging from soft to hard, each with distinct performance characteristics. Teams must carefully choose the right compound for qualifying and racing, balancing between speed and longevity. The undercut and overcut strategies revolve around pit stops and tire performance, where a driver pits earlier or later than the rivals to gain an advantage. Effective tire management can make or break a race, influencing everything from lap times to overall race outcomes. The multifaceted strategy behind tire management adds another layer of complexity and intrigue to Formula One racing. One of Formula One's most dramatic moments occurred during the 1970 British Grand Prix, involving a fiery crash and an unparalleled act of sportsmanship. Jackie AKX and Jackie Oliver collided on the first lap, leading to a massive fire. Without hesitation, fellow driver David Purley stopped his car and ran into the flames to help. Purley's bravery saved Oliver's life and remains one of the most heroic acts in the sport's history. Such incidents highlight the underlying camaraderie and mutual respect among drivers, despite the intense competition. Formula One, while often characterized by speed and technological advancement, is also a sport imbued with remarkable human stories and acts of courage. The 1998 season marked the beginning of the McLaren-Mercedes era with Mika Hakkinen as their star driver. Under the guidance of team principal Ron Dennis and technical genius Adrian Newey, McLaren developed the MP4-13, a car that dominated the season. Hakkinen's rivalry with Michael Schumacher and Ferrari was a key highlight, featuring several thrilling duels and strategic battles. The season witnessed a fascinating mix of pure driving skill and technical ingenuity, with innovations like the fiddle brake enhancing car performance. Hakkinen eventually won his first world championship, heralding a new era of competition and technological advancement in Formula One. The role of the race director in Formula One is often underappreciated but enormously significant. The race director oversees the safe and fair conduct of races, making crucial decisions in real time. One notable race director, Charlie Whiting, held the position from 1997 until his sudden passing in 2019. Whiting was responsible for implementing many safety measures, including the introduction of the virtual safety car and the Halo cockpit protection device. His role extended beyond race weekends, involving meetings with teams, drivers, and regulatory bodies. Whiting's dedication and expertise were instrumental in shaping modern Formula One, ensuring safety and fairness while navigating the sport's complex and evolving landscape. In the late 1960s, Lotus founder Colin Chapman revolutionized Formula One with the introduction of ground effect aerodynamics. The concept of ground effect relies on the aerodynamic principles that push the car towards the track, effectively increasing downforce without adding drag. Lotus's pioneering designs, the Lotus 78 and 79, featured side skirts and underbody tunnels that created these suction effects. Driven by Mario Andretti, the Lotus 79 dominated the 1978 season, winning the World Championship. Ground effect technology was eventually banned in the early 1980s due to safety concerns, but its impact on aerodynamic design remains influential in the sport today. Telemetry in Formula One has revolutionized how teams monitor and analyze car performance. Introduced in the late 1980s, telemetry systems allow data from various sensors on the car to be transmitted in real time to the pit wall and team engineers. This data encompasses everything from engine performance and tire temperatures to aerodynamic efficiency and driver inputs. Teams use this information to make real-time adjustments during the race, optimize pit stop strategies, and develop the car for future races. The human complexity of telemetry data exemplify the high-tech nature of modern Formula One and the constant pursuit of optimization and performance. The 1979 French Grand Prix at Dijon is often remembered for one of the most thrilling duels in Formula One history, between Gilles Villeneuve and René Arnoux. The two drivers battled fiercely for second place in the closing laps of the race, engaging in a series of daring overtakes, wheel-to-wheel racing, and intense braking duels. Despite their cars touching several times, both drivers displayed remarkable skill and sportsmanship. Villeneuve ultimately prevailed, securing second place behind Jean-Pierre Jabouille. The Villeneuve-Arnoux battle remains a defining moment in Formula One, celebrated for its display of pure racing spirit and competitive drive. Formula One's relationship with the United States has been complicated, with various attempts to establish a popular and enduring American Grand Prix. The sport has raced at multiple venues, including Watkins Glen, Long Beach, and Phoenix. However, it wasn't until the construction of the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, that Formula One found a stable home in the United States. The 2012 United States Grand Prix at this state-of-the-art circuit was a resounding success, drawing large crowds and positive reviews from drivers and fans alike. Since then, the race has become a fixture on the calendar, reflecting the growing popularity of Formula One in the United States. In Formula One, the role of the test driver has often been the unsung backbone of a team's development program. One of the most notable test drivers was Luca Badoer, who served Ferrari for over a decade. While Badoer only competed in 50 Formula One races with limited success, his contributions behind the scenes were invaluable. He logged thousands of test miles, providing crucial data that helped develop championship-winning cars for Michael Schumacher and other Ferrari drivers. Test drivers like Badoer play a critical role in unlocking performance potential, fine-tuning new components, and ensuring that race drivers have the best possible machinery each weekend. The 1991 season saw the emergence of a young German driver named Michael Schumacher. Schumacher made his Formula One debut at the Belgian Grand Prix with the Jordan team, and immediately impressed with his speed and composure. Despite retiring from the race due to a clutch issue, his performance caught the attention of Benetton, who signed him for the rest of the season. Schumacher went on to achieve his first victory in Belgium a year later, and quickly became one of the dominant forces in the sport. His career, marked by 7 world championships and numerous records, began with that remarkable debut at Spa-Francorchamps. The 1958 season of Formula One is notable for the intense rivalry between British drivers Mike Hawthorn and Stirling Moss. The championship ultimately went to Hawthorn, but it was Moss' act of sportsmanship that stood out. During the Portuguese Grand Prix, Hawthorn faced disqualification for allegedly driving in the opposite direction after a spin. Moss intervened, arguing in Hawthorn's favor and convincing officials to reverse the decision. Hawthorn retained his points and went on to win the championship by a single point. Moss' gesture remains one of the most memorable demonstrations of sportsmanship in Formula One history, emphasizing the respect and camaraderie that can exist even in fierce competition. Pit-to-car radio communication has become an essential aspect of modern Formula One, providing a direct link between drivers and their teams. However, it wasn't always this way. In the early years of the sport, drivers were essentially on their own once they left the pit lane. Teams used various signals such as pit boards to communicate with drivers during the race. The introduction of radio communication in the 1980s transformed race strategy, allowing real-time updates on weather conditions, tire performance, and track positions. This technological advancement has significantly enhanced the strategic depth of Formula One, allowing teams to operate with greater precision and coordination. Formula One has always been a hotbed for technical innovation, and the 1980s saw one of the most intriguing technological experiments. The Brabham BT46B, also known as the fan car, designed by Gordon Murray, the BT46B incorporated a large fan at the rear of the car to create additional downforce by sucking air from under the car. This clever design provided immense grip, and Niki Lauda won the car's debut race, the 1978 Swedish Grand Prix. However, concerns over its legality and sportsmanship led to the car being banned after just one race. The fan car remains a fascinating example of the ingenuity and creativity that define Formula One engineering. The 1984 Monaco Grand Prix was a race that showcased both the brilliance and unpredictability of Formula One. As rain poured down on the narrow streets of Monte Carlo, Alain Prost took an early lead, But a young Ayrton Senna, driving for the unheralded Toleman team, began an extraordinary charge. Senna rapidly closed the gap to Prost, demonstrating incredible skill and fearlessness in the treacherous conditions. On lap 31, officials controversially stopped the race due to worsening weather, with Prost declared the winner. Although Senna was denied victory, his performance that day announced his arrival as a future star and remains one of the most memorable drives in Formula One history. The 1961 season ended in tragedy at the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. German driver Wolfgang von Trips collided with Jim Clark's Lotus on the second lap, causing his Ferrari to toy in the world of Formula One. The term undercut is an essential strategy used during pit stops. This involves pitting earlier than the car ahead to take advantage of fresh tires and gain a time advantage. For example, during the 2019 Chinese Grand Prix, Sebastian Vettel utilized the undercut to leapfrog Lewis Hamilton, despite initially being behind. This maneuver is highly dependent on tire degradation and track position, making it a high-stakes decision for teams. One of the most intriguing aspects of Formula One is the concept of dirty air and slipstreaming. Dirty air refers to the turbulent air left behind by a leading car, which affects the aerodynamics of the car following and reduces its downforce, making it harder to handle. Slipstreaming, on the other hand, allows the trailing car to reduce drag by following closely behind the leading car. This can lead to higher speeds on straights and is often used for overtaking opportunities, particularly on tracks with long straight sections. In the severe crash that took place during the 2014 Japanese Grand Prix, Jules Bianchi's collision with a recovery vehicle highlighted the need for improved safety measures. This tragic event led to the introduction of the virtual safety car system, which helps to control the pace of the race more effectively during hazardous conditions. The virtual safety car automatically limits the speed of all cars on the track, reducing the need for a physical safety car and minimizing risks during dangerous segments of the race. For many years, refueling was a vital aspect of Formula One strategy, but it was banned after the 2009 season. This ban aimed to reduce costs and improve safety during pit stops. Previously, refueling added another layer of strategy, as teams would plan fuel loads and pit stops to optimize performance. Its removal has led teams to focus more on tire management and pit stop efficiency, adding a new dimension to race strategy and on-track battles. The Monaco Grand Prix, one of the most prestigious events on the Formula One calendar, presents unique challenges due to its tight, twisty, and narrow track, which runs through the streets of Monte Carlo. The circuit leaves little room for error, with barriers mere inches from the racing line. Nelson Piquet famously likened driving at Monaco to riding a bicycle around your living room. The race often sees fewer overtakes and more emphasis on qualifying position and driver skill. A Formula One car's steering wheel is an engineering marvel, featuring around 25 buttons, dials, and switches. These controls allow drivers to adjust an array of settings in real time, including fuel mixture, brake balance, and differential settings. Drivers often have to make these adjustments while driving at speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour, requiring incredible focus and dexterity. Mastery of the steering wheel functions is critical for optimizing performance and adapting to changing race conditions. The Halo device, introduced in 2018, is a titanium safety structure mounted above the cockpit to protect drivers from flying debris and impacts. Initially met with resistance due to aesthetic concerns, the Halo has since proven its value in multiple incidents. One such instance was during the 2020 Italian Grand Prix, where Charles Leclerc's Ferrari struck a barrier, and the Halo absorbed a significant portion of the impact, potentially saving his life. Driver weight in Formula One is highly scrutinized, with lighter drivers traditionally having an advantage as it allowed for more ballast to optimize car balance. However, in 2019, regulations were introduced to ensure minimum driver weights, including the seat, of roughly 176 pounds. This change aimed to level the playing field, promoting fairness and reducing the extreme measures some drivers took to shed weight, which could compromise their health and performance. Remote operations have become a vital component of modern Formula One, with team members in distant locations contributing to race strategy in real time. Mercedes, for instance, operates a remote setup in the United Kingdom where engineers monitor data and offer strategic insights during races. This setup allows for a broader perspective, enabling quicker and more informed decision-making. The integration of remote operations highlights the technological advancements and collaborative efforts necessary for success in the sport. The Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, home to the Belgian Grand Prix, is known for its unpredictable weather conditions. The track's length and location in the Ardennes forest mean it can be raining on one part of the circuit while another section remains dry. This variability poses unique challenges for drivers and teams, as tire choices and strategy can quickly become obsolete. The 2018 race saw drivers scrambling to switch to wet tires after a sudden downpour, illustrating the importance of adaptability. Formula One employs a double yellow flag system to indicate a serious hazard on track and require drivers to slow significantly. In the 2016 Brazilian Grand Prix, these flags played a crucial role when rain caused multiple accidents. Max Verstappen's incredible driving in these conditions, including a daring pass on Nico Rosberg while navigating the yellow flag area, showcased his skill and the importance of adhering to safety protocols. Such instances highlight the balance between speed and safety in the sport. One of the most innovative materials used in Formula One car construction is carbon fiber, known for its high strength-to-weight ratio. This material enables cars to be incredibly strong while remaining lightweight, which is essential for achieving high speeds and maneuverability. Carbon fiber is used in various parts of the car, including the monocoque, which houses the driver, and crash structures designed to absorb and dissipate energy during impacts, ensuring driver safety and performance optimization. During the 2010 Singapore Grand Prix, a strategic masterstroke by Ferrari saw Fernando Alonso execute a perfect pit stop strategy to win the race. The team cleverly utilized the timing of the safety car to leapfrog competitors. Alonso's victory highlighted the critical role of strategic planning and timing in Formula One, where races can be won or lost in the pit lane. This race remains a prime example of how teams use every tool at their disposal to gain an edge. In Formula One, the term parc fermé refers to a secure area where cars are placed after qualifying and races for inspection. During this time, teams are restricted from making significant changes to the cars. The regulation ensures that cars remain in a stable condition from the end of qualifying to the start of the race, thus preventing any last-minute modifications that might provide a competitive advantage. This rule maintains fairness and integrity within the sport. The phenomenon of tire blistering occurs when a tire overheats, causing the rubber to bubble and form blisters. This can significantly reduce grip and increase the risk of failure. During the 2018 British Grand Prix, several drivers, including Lewis Hamilton, experienced blistering due to unusually high track temperatures and aggressive tire compounds. Teams must carefully manage tire temperatures and pressures to avoid blistering, which adds another layer of complexity to race strategy and car setup. Active suspension was a groundbreaking technology in Formula One, allowing cars to automatically adjust their suspension settings in real time for optimal performance. Introduced by Lotus in the early 1990s, active suspension provided superior handling and improved tire contact with the road. However, it was banned in 1994 due to escalating costs and the advantages it provided. The technology's short-lived use demonstrated how innovations can revolutionize the sport, but also lead to rule changes to maintain competitive balance. Formula One's relationship with Hollywood has seen notable moments, such as the production of the 2013 film Rush. Directed by Ron Howard, the movie portrays the rivalry between James Hunt and Niki Lauda during the 1976 season. The film received critical acclaim for its accurate depiction of the sport and its dramatic narrative. It brought the excitement and dangers of Formula One to a broader audience, showcasing the sport's rich history and the intense personal rivalries that drive it. The role of a race engineer in Formula One is crucial, acting as the primary point of contact between the driver and the team. They provide real-time data analysis, strategy adjustments, and technical advice throughout the race weekend. During the 2017 Azerbaijan Grand Prix, Kimi Räikkönen's race engineer played a pivotal role in managing tire strategy amid chaotic race conditions, helping him secure a podium finish. Effective communication and decision-making by race engineers can significantly influence a driver's performance. Formula One has a stringent licensing system known as the Super License, required for drivers to compete in the championship. To obtain a Super License, drivers must accumulate points through success in lower-tier racing series, such as Formula 2 and GP3. This system ensures that only skilled and experienced drivers enter the top tier of motorsport. The licensing process maintains high standards of safety and competitiveness, as seen with drivers like Lando Norris and George Russell, who excelled in junior categories before transitioning to Formula One. Telemetry in Formula One allows teams to collect and analyze data from their cars in real time. This data includes information on speed, tire pressures, fuel consumption, and even the driver's inputs. Telemetry enables teams to optimize performance and make informed decisions during races. An example of telemetry's importance was the 2014 Canadian Grand Prix when Mercedes detected an overheating issue with Lewis Hamilton's brakes. Quick analysis and communication allowed Hamilton to adjust his driving style and manage the problem, highlighting the critical role of telemetry. The infamous Crashgate scandal of the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix involved Renault F1 team ordering Nelson Piquet Jr. to deliberately crash to bring out a safety car, benefiting his teammate Fernando Alonso. The resulting safety car period allowed Alonso to take the lead and win the race. The scandal only came to light the following year, leading to significant repercussions for Renault, including suspensions and fines. This incident remains one of the most contentious moments in Formula One history, emphasizing the ethical boundaries within the sport. In 2011, the drag reduction system, or DRS, was introduced to enhance overtaking opportunities. DRS allows drivers to adjust a flap on the rear wing to reduce drag and increase straight-line speed. However, its use is limited to specific zones on the track, and only when the pursuing car is within 1 second of the car ahead. The system has been a subject of debate, with critics arguing that it creates artificial overtaking, while supporters believe it has improved the spectacle and competitiveness of races. The concept of engine modes in Formula One allows drivers to adjust the performance characteristics of their power units. These modes can range from fuel-saving settings to maximum performance settings for qualifying laps. During the 2019 Italian Grand Prix, Charles Leclerc used Ferrari's high-power engine mode to fend off attacks from Mercedes drivers, securing a crucial victory. In 2020, the FIA introduced regulations to limit the use of certain engine modes during races to ensure a more level playing field. Aerodynamic development in Formula One involves sophisticated wind tunnel testing, where scale models of cars are tested to analyze airflow and downforce. One significant advancement was the introduction of barge boards in the late 1990s. These vertical panels located ahead of the side pods help manage airflow and improve aerodynamic efficiency. Over the years, barge boards have become increasingly complex, contributing to the intricate aerodynamic design seen in modern Formula One cars. These developments highlight the ongoing innovation and technical evolution within the sport. The flying lap is a term used in qualifying sessions when drivers have a single lap to set their fastest time. During these laps, drivers maximize performance, often pushing their cars to the limit. A notable example was Ayrton Senna's legendary qualifying lap at the 1988 Monaco Grand Prix. Senna described the lap as being so intense that he felt he was driving beyond his capabilities. Such moments in qualifying underscore the skill and bravery of drivers as they strive for pole position. Formula One teams often employ simulators to prepare for races and develop car setups. These high-tech simulators replicate real-world track conditions and car behavior, allowing drivers to practice and engineers to fine-tune settings before arriving at the track. Lewis Hamilton has often credited simulator work for his preparation and success in various races. The advanced use of simulation technology reflects the sport's reliance on cutting-edge innovation and meticulous planning to gain a competitive edge. Slip angle is a critical concept in understanding tire dynamics in Formula One. It refers to the angle between a tire's actual travel direction and the direction it is pointing. Managing the slip angle is crucial for optimizing grip and tire performance. During the 2017 Spanish Grand Prix, teams had to deal with fast-wearing tires and varying slip angles, impacting their strategies. Drivers who skillfully managed their slip angles were able to maintain better control and pace throughout the race, showcasing the importance of this technical aspect. In 2017, Liberty Media acquired Formula One, bringing significant changes to how the sport was marketed and presented. Under Liberty's leadership, Formula One embraced digital media, increased fan engagement initiatives, and introduced new race formats, such as the sprint qualifying. These efforts aimed to attract a younger audience and revitalize the sport's global appeal. Liberty Media's influence has led to a more dynamic and interactive fan experience, ensuring the sport remains relevant and appealing to future generations. The party mode in Formula One refers to a special engine mode used by teams like Mercedes during qualifying sessions to extract maximum performance from their power units. This mode often provides a significant horsepower boost, helping drivers achieve faster lap times. However, its use was restricted in 2020 by the FIA to promote more balanced competition. The term party mode became synonymous with the technological arms race in Formula One, highlighting the extremes teams go to in pursuit of speed. The Ferrari F204, introduced during the 2004 season, is one of the most dominant cars in Formula One history. Driven by Michael Schumacher, the car won 15 out of 18 races, securing both the drivers' and constructors' championships. The F204's success was attributed to its powerful engine, advanced aerodynamics, and innovative suspension system. This dominant season underscored Ferrari's engineering prowess and Schumacher's extraordinary driving talent, creating a benchmark for future teams and drivers. At the 1999 Canadian Grand Prix, three world champions, Michael Schumacher, Damon Hill, and Jacques Villeneuve, all crashed at the same corner, which subsequently became known as the Wall of Champions. This notorious corner has since claimed many victims, including Sebastian Vettel and Jenson Button. The Wall of Champions serves as a reminder of the fine margins and the ever-present risks in Formula One, where even the best drivers can fall foul of a momentary lapse or misjudgment. In 2023, Formula One introduced a new regulation specifying sustainable fuel usage, aiming to make the sport more environmentally friendly. The mandate requires teams to use fuel made from biocomponents, reducing carbon emissions significantly. This move is part of a broader effort to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2030. The adoption of sustainable fuel underscores Formula One's commitment to innovation and environmental responsibility, aligning the sport with global sustainability goals while maintaining its high-performance standards. Honda's return to Formula One in 2015 with McLaren was met with high expectations, but the partnership struggled with reliability and performance issues. Despite efforts to overcome these challenges, the partnership ended after 3 difficult seasons. Honda then partnered with Red Bull Racing, and their fortunes changed. By 2021, the Honda-powered Red Bull of Max Verstappen won the Drivers' Championship. This turnaround highlighted Honda's resilience and technical development, affirming its status as a significant player in the sport's competitive landscape. The introduction of hybrid power units in 2014 marked a significant technological shift in Formula One. These power units combine a traditional internal combustion engine with electric motor elements, enhancing efficiency and performance. Despite initial challenges and high development costs, hybrid technology has become integral to the sport. Mercedes' dominance in the hybrid era, winning multiple championships, demonstrated the potential of these power units. The shift to hybrids reflects the sport's ongoing commitment to innovation and energy efficiency. Formula One racing has a deep history, and one of its most remarkable safety advancements is the introduction of the Halo device in 2018. The Halo is a protective titanium structure mounted above the car's cockpit, designed to deflect debris and protect drivers' heads in the event of a crash. This innovation was initially met with skepticism from drivers and fans alike due to its impact on visibility and aesthetics. However, the Halo quickly proved its worth. At the Belgian Grand Prix in 2018, Charles Leclerc was involved in a multi-car collision, and the Halo saved him from serious injury, or worse, when a car went airborne over his. Since then, the Halo has become a standard feature, and it has undoubtedly saved lives, including drivers like Romain Grosjean during his horrific crash at the Bahrain Grand Prix in 2020. Formula One cars are marvels of engineering, and one fascinating fact is that their braking systems can generate forces equivalent to 5 times the force of gravity. This means that when a driver applies the brakes, they feel a deceleration force that is 5 times their body weight. The brakes are made of carbon composite materials, which offer excellent thermal properties and can withstand temperatures exceeding 1,000 degrees Celsius. The stopping power of these brakes is so immense that a Formula One car can decelerate from 200 kilometers per hour to a complete stop in just over 2 seconds. This incredible performance requires drivers to have immense physical strength and mental focus, as they must endure these intense forces repeatedly over a race distance. The pit stop is a crucial aspect of Formula One strategy, and teams spend countless hours perfecting their techniques to minimize time lost in the pits. In recent years, the record for the fastest pit stop has been repeatedly broken, with times now hovering around 2 seconds. Red Bull Racing holds the current record, set at the Brazilian Grand Prix in 2019, with a mind-boggling time of 1.82 seconds. To achieve such speed, pit crew members rehearse relentlessly, often practicing hundreds of times between races. The choreography of a pit stop involves changing all 4 tires, adjusting the front wing if needed, and sometimes even performing quick repairs, all in the blink of an eye. The precision and teamwork required for a successful pit stop make it one of the most captivating aspects of the sport. Aerodynamics play a critical role in the performance of Formula One cars, and the intricate designs seen on modern cars are the result of decades of development. One interesting feature is the shark fin, a vertical stabilizer mounted on the engine cover introduced in 2017. The shark fin helps improve airflow over the rear wing, generating more downforce and enhancing the car's stability through corners. While its appearance divided opinions among fans, its aerodynamic benefits were undeniable. The shark fin has now evolved into more advanced components like the T-wing and the rear wing end plates, showcasing how teams continually innovate to gain an edge. These aerodynamic devices are so finely tuned that even a small change in their configuration can result in significant gains or losses in lap time. One of the most dramatic moments in Formula One history occurred at the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix when teammates Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg collided on the first lap, taking each other out of the race. Both drivers were battling for the lead, and the incident exacerbated an already tense rivalry within the Mercedes team. The crash sent shockwaves through the paddock and provided a rare opportunity for other teams, with Max Verstappen capitalizing to win his first ever Grand Prix at just 18 years old, making him the youngest winner in Formula One history. The Hamilton-Rosberg rivalry is a stark reminder of the intense competition and high stakes in the sport, where even teammates can become fierce adversaries in the quest for glory. Formula One cars can produce enough downforce to theoretically drive upside down in a tunnel. This remarkable feat is achieved through the car's complex aerodynamic design, which generates phenomenal amounts of downforce, effectively pushing the car onto the track. The downforce generated at high speeds is so substantial that it exceeds the car's weight. By the time a car reaches speeds of around 150 kilometers per hour, it can produce enough downforce to counteract gravity. While this stunt has never been performed in reality, it highlights the extraordinary engineering that goes into Formula One cars, allowing them to corner at incredible speeds and maintain grip even under extreme conditions. Formula One drivers endure extreme physical demands, and as a result they need to be in peak physical condition. A lesser-known fact is that drivers can lose up to 3 kilograms of body weight during a single race due to the intense heat and physical exertion. Cockpit temperatures can soar above 60 degrees Celsius, causing significant fluid loss through sweat. Drivers follow rigorous fitness regimes, including cardiovascular training, strength workouts, and neck exercises. The neck muscles in particular must withstand lateral G-forces of up to 6 times their body weight when cornering at high speeds. Additionally, drivers follow strict diets to maintain optimal weight and hydration levels. This relentless physical preparation is crucial, as even the slightest drop in performance can make the difference between winning and losing. The development of Formula One tires is a science in itself, with manufacturers like Pirelli producing multiple compounds to suit different track conditions. Each race weekend features 3 dry tire compounds: soft, medium, and hard, along with wet weather tires. The tires are color-coded for easy identification, with red for soft, yellow for medium, and white for hard. During a race, teams must strategically choose the optimal tire compound based on factors like track temperature, surface abrasiveness, and weather conditions. This tire strategy can be the key to victory or defeat. For example, at the 2018 Chinese Grand Prix, a bold tire strategy allowed Daniel Ricciardo to overtake multiple cars in the closing laps to secure a thrilling victory. The meticulous planning and split-second decisions regarding tire choices add another layer of complexity and excitement to the sport. Telemetry plays a vital role in modern Formula One racing, providing real-time data from the car to the pit wall. Each car is equipped with over 200 sensors that monitor everything from tire temperatures to engine performance. In a single race weekend, a team can generate over 1 terabyte of data, which is analyzed by engineers to optimize car performance and strategy. Telemetry allows teams to detect potential issues before they become critical, make real-time adjustments to settings, and provide drivers with crucial information to improve their lap times. This technological marvel has transformed the sport into a data-driven competition, where every fraction of a second counts. The seamless integration of advanced telemetry systems demonstrates the cutting-edge innovation at the heart of Formula One. The Monaco Grand Prix is one of the most prestigious and challenging races on the Formula One calendar. Held annually since 1929, the race is run on the narrow streets of Monte Carlo and La Condamine, featuring tight corners, elevation changes, and a famous tunnel section. The circuit's lack of runoff areas and close proximity to barriers make it unforgiving of mistakes. Overtaking is notoriously difficult, putting a premium on qualifying performance. Drivers who excel at Monaco, like Ayrton Senna, who won there a record 6 times, are often considered among the best in the sport. Despite modern safety concerns, the allure of racing in Monaco endures, symbolizing the glamour and high stakes of Formula One. The Constructors' Championship is a parallel competition to the Drivers' Championship and is awarded to the most successful team over the course of a season. Points are accumulated based on the finishing positions of both a team's cars in each race. The significance of the Constructors' Championship is immense, as it not only rewards engineering excellence but also impacts financial bonuses distributed by Formula One's governing body. Teams like Ferrari, McLaren, and Mercedes have dominated this competition over the years, showcasing their superior technical prowess and organizational efficiency. The Constructors' Championship also plays a crucial role in determining team budgets and future sponsorship deals, making it a fiercely contested aspect of the sport. The fuel used in Formula One cars is a closely guarded secret, but it is essentially similar to the premium unleaded gasoline available at gas stations, albeit with specific additives and refinement for optimal performance. These fuels must adhere to strict regulations set by the sport's governing body, ensuring fairness and safety. On average, a Formula One car consumes around 110 kilograms of fuel during a race. Fuel management is a critical aspect of race strategy, as teams must balance power output with fuel efficiency. Advanced fuel mixtures and engine mapping allow cars to maximize performance while adhering to the fuel limit. The continuous evolution of fuel technologies in Formula One often trickles down to consumer vehicles, making the sport a driving force for innovation in the automotive industry. The summer break is a unique feature of the Formula One calendar, typically occurring in August. During this period, no races are held, and teams are mandated to shut down their operations for a minimum of 14 consecutive days. This rule aims to give team members a much-needed respite from the grueling travel and work schedule. The break also allows for re-evaluation and development, as teams analyze data from the first half of the season and prepare upgrades for the remaining races. While fans may miss the action, the summer break is crucial for maintaining the well-being and performance of everyone involved in the sport, from drivers to engineers and mechanics. The DRS, or drag reduction system, is an overtaking aid introduced to Formula One in 2011 to increase the chances of passing on straights. When activated, the DRS flap on the rear wing opens, reducing aerodynamic drag and increasing top speed by around 12 to 15 kilometers per hour. However, DRS can only be used in designated zones on the track and is available only when a driver is within 1 second of the car ahead in a race. This technology has added another strategic layer to the sport, as drivers must tactically use it to their advantage while balancing tire management and defensive driving. Although sometimes controversial, DRS has undeniably increased the excitement and competitiveness of Formula One races. Lewis Hamilton's journey to becoming a 7-time Formula One world champion is nothing short of astonishing. Starting out in karting at the age of 8, he quickly displayed immense talent and was signed to the McLaren and Mercedes-Benz Young Driver Support Program in 2000. As the first black driver in the sport, he has broken numerous records, including the most pole positions and race wins in history. Despite facing adversity and criticism throughout his career, Hamilton has consistently demonstrated unparalleled skill, focus, and resilience. His advocacy for diversity and inclusion, along with his off-track efforts to fight racism and inequality, have made him a transformative figure in the world of motorsport and beyond. Ayrton Senna, regarded by many as one of the greatest Formula One drivers of all time, was renowned for his incredible skill in wet conditions. One of his most legendary performances came at the 1984 Monaco Grand Prix, where he, driving a relatively underpowered Toleman car, moved up the field in torrential rain to challenge for the lead. Although the race was stopped early and he was classified second, this performance announced his arrival as a future star. Senna's ability to extract maximum performance in adverse conditions earned him the nickname the Rain Master. Tragically, his life was cut short at the 1994 San Marino Grand Prix, but his legacy endures, inspiring countless drivers and fans around the world. The phenomenon known as porpoising significantly impacted Formula One during the early part of the 2022 season. This term describes the bouncing motion of cars due to the aerodynamic ground effect, a concept reintroduced that year after being banned for decades. The ground effect relies on creating a low-pressure area under the car for increased downforce. However, inconsistencies in the airflow caused cars to violently bounce up and down, particularly at high speeds. Drivers experienced severe discomfort, and some teams struggled to find solutions. Eventually, mid-season modifications were introduced to limit this issue. But the porpoising saga remains a fascinating example of the challenges teams face in adapting to new regulations. The Formula One World Championship has traditionally featured some of the globe's most famous circuits, but it also occasionally introduces new venues to keep the series fresh and exciting. One such notable addition was the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, which hosted its first Grand Prix in 2012. Designed by architect Herman Tilke, the circuit features a unique blend of fast straights, sweeping turns, and elevation changes, quickly earning praise from drivers and fans alike. The success of the United States Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas has helped to rekindle America's love affair with Formula One, leading to increased viewership, fan engagement, and even the introduction of new races in Miami and Las Vegas. Formula One cars are equipped with energy recovery systems to harness and reuse energy that would otherwise be wasted. One such system is the MGU-K, or Motor Generator Unit Kinetic, which captures energy from braking and stores it in a battery for later use. This enhances the car's overall performance by providing an additional boost of power during acceleration. The energy recovery systems are an integral part of the modern hybrid power units, showcasing Formula One's commitment to technology and efficiency. Advanced energy recovery techniques not only make the cars faster, but also contribute to sustainability efforts, demonstrating that high-performance motorsport can coexist with environmental considerations. In the high-stakes world of Formula One, sponsorship plays a crucial role in funding teams and their operations. One iconic example is the long-standing partnership between Marlboro and Ferrari, which began in 1973 and continued in various forms until 2010. The Marlboro branding became synonymous with Ferrari's iconic red livery, and the tobacco company's financial support was integral to Ferrari's success during this period. Despite the eventual ban on tobacco advertising in many countries, the partnership persisted through subtle branding changes and indirect associations. Sponsorships like this highlight the complex interplay between commercial interests and sporting success in Formula One. The role of a Formula One team principal is multifaceted and demanding, requiring a blend of leadership, strategic thinking, and technical knowledge. One of the most successful team principals in recent history is Toto Wolff of Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team. Under his guidance, Mercedes has dominated the sport, securing 7 consecutive Constructors' Championships from 2014 to 2020. Wolff's approach combines a deep understanding of racing dynamics with astute management skills, allowing him to foster a culture of excellence and innovation within the team. His ability to navigate the intense pressures of Formula One, maintain strong driver relationships, and drive continuous improvement has solidified his reputation as a formidable leader in the sport. The iconic Tifosi are the passionate fans of Scuderia Ferrari, and their fervent support is unrivaled in the world of motorsport. The word Tifosi translates to infected ones, reflecting their unwavering dedication to the Ferrari team. One of the most electrifying displays of Tifosi enthusiasm occurs every year at the Italian Grand Prix in Monza, Ferrari's home race. The sea of red-clad fans cheering, waving flags, and chanting creates an atmosphere unlike any other, inspiring the drivers and team. The Tifosi's loyalty extends beyond race weekends, with fans following every aspect of the team's performance throughout the season. This deep-rooted passion for Ferrari has turned the Tifosi into a symbol of unwavering support and pride in the sport. Formula One teams employ highly sophisticated wind tunnels to develop and fine-tune their cars' aerodynamics. These wind tunnels can generate airflow at speeds comparable to those experienced on the track, allowing engineers to study the behavior of airflow over the car's surfaces. The data collected helps optimize the design of aerodynamic components, such as wings, diffusers, and barge boards. One fascinating aspect of wind tunnel testing is the use of scale models, typically at 60% of full size, to accurately simulate real-world conditions. These tests are crucial for developing efficient and performant cars, and they highlight the intricate blend of science and engineering required to succeed in Formula One. The introduction of the Virtual Safety Car, VSC, in 2015 added a new dimension to race management. The VSC is deployed in situations where a full safety car is unnecessary, but drivers still need to slow down for safety reasons, such as debris on track or a minor incident. Under VSC conditions, drivers must reduce their speed to a specified delta time, which is monitored by their car's telemetry system. Unlike the traditional safety car, the VSC maintains gaps between cars, preserving race positions while ensuring safety. This innovation streamlines race management and minimizes the impact of interruptions, allowing for more fluid and strategic racing. The concept of tire blankets is a staple in Formula One, allowing teams to pre-warm their tires before installation on the car. This ensures the tires are at an optimal temperature for immediate performance upon leaving the pits. Cold tires can lack grip and cause a significant drop in performance, risking the driver's ability to control the car. Tire blankets utilize electric heating elements and precise temperature controls to maintain consistent warmth. In recent years, regulations have reduced the maximum permitted temperature and limited the use of tire blankets, aiming to increase the challenge and add a variable to tire management strategies. The continued evolution of tire warm-up techniques underscores Formula One's constant drive for innovation and competition. Formula One's medical car plays a crucial role in ensuring the safety of drivers and track personnel. The medical car follows the field during the opening lap of each race to respond quickly in case of an accident. It is driven by a professional driver and accompanied by a medical team equipped with advanced life-saving equipment. One notable incident highlighting the importance of the medical car was during Romain Grosjean's fiery crash at the Bahrain Grand Prix in 2020. The rapid response of the medical car team, arriving at the scene within seconds, was instrumental in Grosjean's survival and swift medical attention. Their bravery and efficiency exemplify the critical role of medical personnel in Formula One. Despite the technological prowess of modern Formula One cars, human error can still play a significant role in the outcome of a race. One famous example occurred at the 1999 European Grand Prix, where a pit stop blunder cost Ferrari's Eddie Irvine a potential victory. Irvine's pit crew mistakenly prepared tires for his teammate Michael Schumacher, leading to a chaotic pit stop and a significant time loss. Irvine ultimately finished 7th in the race, seriously impacting his championship aspirations. This incident illustrates how split-second decisions and minor errors can have substantial consequences in the high-pressure environment of Formula One. Even the most advanced teams are not immune to the occasional slip-up, adding to the unpredictable nature of the sport. Nicola Larini holds a unique distinction in Formula One history as a test driver who became a hero without winning a race. Serving primarily as a test driver for Ferrari during the 1990s, Larini played an instrumental role in developing the team's cars. His dedication and feedback were crucial in building competitive machinery. Larini's perseverance paid off at the 1994 San Marino Grand Prix, where he substituted for the injured Gian Alesi and achieved his only career podium, finishing 2nd. Despite limited opportunities to race, Larini's behind-the-scenes work and occasional stints in the cockpit underscore the unsung contributions of test drivers to team success. The Belgian Grand Prix at Spa-Francorchamps is one of the most beloved and challenging races on the Formula One calendar. The circuit's layout includes the legendary Eau Rouge and Raidillon sequence, a high-speed uphill section that tests the skill and courage of drivers. One memorable moment occurred during the 1998 Belgian Grand Prix, known for its massive multi-car pileup on the opening lap in rainy conditions. The crash took out 13 cars, making it one of the most dramatic starts in Formula One history. Despite the chaos, the race continued, and Damon Hill secured a surprise win for the Jordan team, marking their first victory. This race is a testament to the unpredictability and excitement that Spa-Francorchamps consistently delivers. Formula One has a long history of remarkable Formula One racing, often simply referred to as F1 racing, is a high-adrenaline motorsport that began in Europe before gaining international recognition. The inaugural season took place in 1950, and one of the most memorable races occurred in Silverstone, United Kingdom. This race not only crowned the first F1 world champion Giuseppe Farina, but also marked the beginning of a sport characterized by both technological innovation and fierce competition. Unlike other motorsports, F1 requires a delicate combination of engineering brilliance and driver skill, as each team designs and builds its own cars. In the world of F1, the concept of aerodynamics is paramount, significantly influencing car design and performance. In the 1970s, Colin Chapman of Team Lotus revolutionized the sport by introducing ground effect aerodynamics, which allowed cars to stick to the track as if they were on rails. This breakthrough had such an impact that soon every team was adopting similar technology. However, by the early 1980s, ground effect designs were banned due to safety concerns, as the extreme forces generated were causing cars to become unpredictably dangerous. One of the most awe-inspiring records in F1 history belongs to Michael Schumacher, who dominated the early 2000s. Schumacher won an unprecedented 5 consecutive world championships with Ferrari from 2000 to 2004, bringing his total count to 7. His preparation was meticulous, his driving technique was near flawless, and his work ethic set new benchmarks in the sport. Schumacher's legacy includes numerous records that may remain unbroken for decades, such as his 91 Grand Prix victories. While most people think of cars and drivers when discussing F1, the teams behind them are equally vital to success. The pit crew might sound like a minor role, but in reality, these highly trained professionals perform symphonies of precision. During a pit stop, which usually lasts around 2 seconds but can make or break a race, these crew members change tires, make adjustments, and refuel the car faster than it takes to blink. Red Bull Racing, for instance, still holds the record for the fastest pit stop, clocking in at just 1.88 seconds. In the fiercely competitive world of F1, finding an edge can be the difference between winning and losing. The use of telemetry is a prime example of how technology plays a crucial role. Telemetry allows teams to collect and analyze data in real time, monitoring everything from tire pressure to engine temperature. This data is transmitted directly to engineers who can then make crucial adjustments during the race. The first team to extensively use telemetry was McLaren in the mid-1980s, setting a trend that has now become industry standard. Niki Lauda, a three-time world champion, is a figure whose career was marked by both extraordinary skill and remarkable resilience. In 1976, Lauda suffered a near-fatal crash during the German Grand Prix at the Nürburgring, resulting in severe burns. Remarkably, just 40 days later, Lauda returned to race at the Italian Grand Prix. Lauda's comeback is a testament to his indomitable spirit and determination, qualities that define F1's allure. Beyond his racing career, Lauda contributed to the sport as a commentator, team advisor, and even owned his own airline. Formula One's focus on engineering excellence extends beyond just the cars and into the entire structure of a race weekend. Each race is meticulously planned and involves a stringent set of rules and regulations. For instance, the Parc Fermé, a term derived from French meaning closed park, restricts teams from making certain changes to their cars between qualifying and the race. This rule ensures that the cars remain in the same condition, keeping the competition fair. Violations of these regulations can result in penalties, showing just how meticulous F1 governance can be. Safety in F1 has dramatically evolved over the decades. In 1970, Jochen Rindt became the only driver to be posthumously awarded the World Championship after fatal crashes were not uncommon. This spurred numerous safety improvements, including the introduction of the Hans device in 2003, which protects a driver's head and neck in the event of an accident. The Hans device has become mandatory in all major motorsports and has significantly reduced the risk of severe injuries and fatalities, making racing considerably safer today. The Monaco Grand Prix is arguably the most prestigious race on the F1 calendar, held on the streets of Monte Carlo. This race has been a fixture since 1929 and is known for its challenging course that winds through narrow streets, tight corners, and the famous tunnel. This Grand Prix is one of the few street circuits in F1 requiring unparalleled skill and precision. Winning at Monaco is often seen as one of the ultimate achievements in a driver's career, as the race combines glamour, history, and extreme difficulty. One of the most storied rivalries in F1 history is that of Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost. Competing primarily during the late 1980s and early 1990s, their rivalry added a dramatic flair to the sport. Senna, known for his aggressive and fearless driving, often clashed with Prost's methodical and tactical approach. Their contentious relationship led to several on-track incidents, most famously at the Japanese Grand Prix in 1989 and 1990. The fierce yet respectful rivalry provided fans with some of the most memorable moments in F1 history. Kimi Räikkönen, nicknamed the Iceman, is one of the sport's most enigmatic figures, known for his cool demeanor and sparse communication with the media. Räikkönen captured the World Championship in 2007 with Ferrari by just 1 point over his rivals. His laid-back attitude belies his intense competitiveness and skill behind the wheel. Räikkönen holds the record for the most race starts in F1 history, surpassing 300 Grands Prix, a testament to his longevity and resilience in one of the world's most demanding sports. Women have played critical roles in F1, though often behind the scenes. One such example is Adrian Newey, whose mother, Edna Newey, was instrumental in encouraging his early interest in engineering. Although Adrian went on to be one of the most successful engineers in F1 history, working with teams like Williams, McLaren, and Red Bull Racing, it's notable how the contributions of women have indirectly shaped the sport. In recent years, more women have also been actively involved as engineers, mechanics, and even team principals, gradually breaking down barriers. Fernando Alonso is widely regarded as one of the most naturally gifted drivers in F1 history. The Spanish driver won his first world championship with Renault in 2005 at the age of 24, becoming the youngest world champion at that time. He followed it up with another title in 2006. Alonso's driving style is characterized by his adaptability, precision, and incredible racecraft. Despite not winning more titles, Alonso is celebrated for extracting maximum performance out of any car he drives, making him a fan favorite and a respected figure in the paddock. The concept of undercut in F1 strategy is a fascinating tactical maneuver that adds layers of complexity to race strategy. Essentially, an undercut involves a driver pitting earlier than the car ahead to take advantage of fresh tires. The idea is that while the leading car continues on worn tires, the car that pitted can put in faster lap times on fresh rubber, effectively undercutting the leader when they eventually pit. This strategy requires precise timing and excellent pit performance, and has led to numerous dramatic shifts in race outcomes over the years. Canadian driver Gilles Villeneuve, despite never winning a world championship, remains a legendary figure in F1 lore. Villeneuve's driving style was ferociously fast and often on the edge of control. His tenacity and fearless approach won him several races and the unending admiration of fans around the world. Tragically, Villeneuve's career was cut short in 1982 due to a fatal crash during qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix. His legacy lives on through his son, Jacques Villeneuve, who won the World Championship in 1997, and the circuit named in his honor in Montreal. In the realm of F1 racing, team orders have always been a contentious issue. These are directives from the team to the drivers that can dictate race strategy, including asking one driver to let another pass. One of the most controversial instances occurred during the Austrian Grand Prix in 2002. Ferrari instructed Rubens Barrichello to let his teammate Michael Schumacher pass, ensuring Schumacher would gain maximum championship points. The move sparked widespread criticism and discussions about the ethics of team orders, eventually leading to regulatory changes to manage such situations. One of the most unique aspects of F1 racing is the phenomenon of grid penalties. These penalties can be imposed on drivers for a variety of infractions, including unscheduled engine changes causing collisions, or violating safety car rules. Grid penalties can dramatically affect the outcome of a race weekend, forcing drivers to start further back on the grid than they qualified. This adds an additional layer of strategy, as teams and drivers must balance the risks and rewards of various actions throughout the season, knowing that a penalty could alter the championship landscape. The youngest driver to ever compete in F1 is Max Verstappen, who made his debut at the tender age of 17 in 2015 with Toro Rosso. Verstappen shattered previous records for youthful participation and quickly established himself as a prodigious talent. By the age of 18, he became the youngest driver to win a Grand Prix, taking victory at the Spanish Grand Prix in 2016. Max's meteoric rise has been closely watched, and he continues to be a dominant force, showcasing the evolution of young talent entering the sport at earlier ages. Jenson Button's career arc in F1 is a study in perseverance and timing. Button debuted in 2000 with Williams but struggled to find consistent success early on. His career trajectory took a remarkable turn in 2009 when he joined the newly formed Brawn GP team. Utilizing a unique double diffuser design, Brawn GP cars were highly competitive, and Button took full advantage, winning 6 of the first 7 races. He eventually clinched the World Championship, demonstrating how the right combination of team, car, and driver can yield unexpected glory. Fuel strategies in F1 have evolved through various regulations and technological advancements. In the early days, races would often involve multiple pit stops to refuel cars, adding an extra layer of strategy. However, due to safety concerns, refueling during races was banned starting in 2010. This dramatically altered race strategies, requiring teams to start the race with enough fuel to finish, placing greater emphasis on fuel efficiency and tire management. Modern cars now incorporate advanced fuel-saving technologies, making races a complex balancing act of speed versus conservation. Jackie Stewart, known as the Flying Scot, is not only celebrated for his driving prowess, but also for his relentless advocacy for safety improvements in F1. Stewart won 3 world championships in the late 1960s and early 1970s, but was deeply affected by the fatal accidents that marred the sport during that era. His advocacy led to significant changes, including improved track safety and better medical facilities. Stewart's commitment to safety has had a lasting impact, transforming F1 into a much safer environment for drivers, teams, and spectators alike. Carrying the same name, the Williams family is synonymous with F1 success. Founded by Sir Frank Williams in 1777, Williams Racing quickly became a dominant force in the sport. Under the leadership of Frank and later his daughter Claire, the team won 9 Constructors' Championships and 7 Drivers' Championships. Despite facing numerous challenges, including Frank's life-changing car accident in 1986, the team demonstrated remarkable resilience. Williams Racing has been a breeding ground for numerous legendary drivers, including Nigel Mansell, Alain Prost, and Ayrton Senna. F1's influence extends beyond the racetrack and into various aspects of technology and industry. Many of the advancements developed in F1, such as lightweight materials, advanced aerodynamics, and energy recovery systems, have found applications in consumer automobiles and other industries. For example, the hybrid technology used in F1 cars has significantly influenced the development of hybrid road cars. The sport serves as a high-speed laboratory, pushing technological boundaries that eventually trickle down to everyday life, illustrating the broader impact of F1 innovation. Lewis Hamilton is a name that has become almost synonymous with modern F1 dominance. Hamilton made his debut with McLaren in 2007 and narrowly missed out on winning the championship in his rookie season. He claimed his first world championship the following year, and after moving to Mercedes in 2013, he entered a new phase of his career. Hamilton has since claimed multiple world championships, surpassing many records held by F1 legends. His activism and outspokenness on social issues also make him one of the most influential figures in the sport's history. The history of tire manufacturers in F1 is a compelling tale of competition and innovation. Various companies have supplied tires over the years, including Goodyear, Bridgestone, and Michelin. Each manufacturer's era brought different characteristics and challenges, leading to evolving race strategies. Currently, Pirelli is the sole supplier, and its tire compounds play a significant role in race dynamics. The variations in tire performance influence tactics, making tire management one of the crucial elements of a successful race weekend and serving as a key differentiator among teams. Ayrton Senna's emotional victory at the 29 Brazilian Grand Prix in 1991 stands as one of the sport's most memorable moments. Despite mechanical issues that left his car stuck in sixth gear, Senna managed to hold off his competitors and win his home Grand Prix. Overcome with physical exhaustion and immense emotion, Senna had to be helped out of his car after the race. This victory is often cited as a testament to Senna's unparalleled skill, determination, and the deep emotional connection drivers can have with their home races. The rivalry between Niki Lauda and James Hunt in the 1970s is the stuff of legend. The 1976 season was particularly dramatic, with both drivers pushing each other to the limit. Their differing personalities, Lauda's calculated, analytical approach versus Hunt's flamboyant, carefree style, captivated fans. The climax of their rivalry came at the Japanese Grand Prix, where Lauda, still recovering from his horrific accident, chose to retire from the rain-soaked race. Hunt ultimately won the championship by a single point. Their rivalry highlights the multifaceted nature of competition in F1. The emergence of simulators has revolutionized driver training and race preparation in F1. Modern simulators are highly sophisticated, replicating every aspect of a Grand Prix circuit, including weather conditions, tire degradation, and even the feel of the car's chassis. Drivers spend countless hours in these simulators to familiarize themselves with tracks and refine their skills. This technology also aids engineers in tweaking car setups before they ever hit the real track. The first team to extensively use such a simulator was Ferrari in the mid-2000s, and now it's a standard tool across all teams. Sebastian Vettel is another name etched in F1's Hall of Fame. Vettel burst onto the scene with Toro Rosso, securing his first win at the 28 Italian Grand Prix, making him the youngest race winner at that time. He then moved to Red Bull Racing, where he won 4 consecutive world championships from 2010 to 2013. Known for his meticulous preparation and intelligent racecraft, Vettel's success with Red Bull was also a testament to the team's engineering prowess. Although he's had highs and lows in his career, Vettel remains one of the most respected and successful drivers in the sport. The significance of the Constructors' Championship in F1 often gets overshadowed by the Drivers' Championship, but it is equally prestigious. Unlike the Drivers' Championship, which focuses on individual driver performance, the Constructors' Championship rewards the team, including its engineers, designers, and pit crew. Points are accumulated based on the performance of both team cars throughout the season. The Constructors' title arguably reflects the best overall package: driver skill, car performance, and team strategy, making it a coveted accolade for all involved. Honda's journey in F1 is a compelling story of resilience and redemption. The Japanese manufacturer first entered F1 in the mid-1960s, achieving moderate success. They returned as an engine supplier in the 1980s, powering Williams and McLaren to multiple championships. After a brief hiatus, Honda came back with their own team in the mid-2000s but withdrew after financial difficulties. Their most recent comeback involved a partnership with Red Bull Racing, culminating in their first world championship in 2021